that's got a lot of players, and it was actually invitational only. They only accepted the top 12 people on the ladder, and this is your grand final. I will be playing third place against Drive later on, probably tomorrow, because this will go for ages and then I want to go to sleep. It's already past midnight. But on the top center side, we have, playing as the Nod faction, it is Futurama. All the Russians are going wild. Yeah, Russia. We have Bike Rush on the bottom center side, playing also as Nod. He is playing as his classic red color, so he definitely enjoys the red color quite a bit. But Tournament LA, I actually like this map quite a bit. It's a map that I enjoy playing on. The 1.03 does have a long way to go. It's really a question of whether or not CGF is going to listen to the pros and dump the noobs. Because as we saw in the chat here, and a lot of the time he goes into those forums, those cesspool forums full of people that are just like looking to troll, and he argues with them. So he needs to drop all that, and he needs to go to Haruspecs, Futurama, Drive, Bike Rush, Master Leaf, myself, the people that are actually, you know, good at the game and know how to play it, know how it works, and get the balance recommendations from us. You know, because there's some serious issues with the patch right now. And the last update, which came out a day ago, I said this before, didn't actually address any of those issues. My top 10 perks that need to be addressed, none of them were addressed. And they just introduced a bunch of more issues. But let's just focus on this game, I guess, because I'll probably upload this to YouTube as well. I want it to be in good spirits. Bike is going to have some bikes coming out here. Bikes are particularly difficult because they have more health on them, which is a little bit silly in my opinion. They're supposed to be an extremely light. I mean, they're supposed to have no armor at all. And the bike needs to be reverted back to its normal health, in my opinion, because it's already working better because of the fast rocket speed and the way it shoots both its rockets at the same time. The buggy needs to be altered a bit. It's hard to balance the buggy because obviously they do need an anti-infantry. I think maybe for anti-infantry the Venom needs to be reworked, and then the buggy can be nerfed a bit more. That way bike buggy won't be the be-all end-all, because we're going to see, I think we're just going to see tons of bike buggy. The Scorpion tank is better in the patch. It is better. It does cost more. It's $900. I'm not sure about that, but I do believe it has a bit more damage or health. I'm not sure which one it was. I believe it's a little bit more health. Futurama, 3 harvesters. He's expanding. He expanded quite a long way there. Bike Rush already did expansion. Bike Rush has 4 harvesters to his name. So 4 harvesters versus 3 harvesters. Bike has some units out. Where's Futurama's defense here? Second War Factory comes down. He did actually have 4 harvesters here. He's going to pull them now. I mean, Bike's going to snipe a harvester now. It's so fast these days. He's going to snipe down that Bike coming out of the War Factory, and we're going to see this parade here now. He's not actually getting an opportunity to fire off any missiles here. Bike's not going to stick around. Oh, here we go. I was going to say, look at that. Futurama not getting a single kill. There we go. Finally got a kill. Might be able to chase that Bike down. He might pay for it with the buggy. He will destroy that. That's a bit unfortunate there. I guess at the end of the day, it's only about 3 or 4 bikes for 2 bikes. So at the start of the game, it can have an impact. But now that they've got a bit of economy going, it's not a huge economy. Futurama does not have an expansion. Bike Rush does have 1 ref down on the expansion. Futurama's still a little way off from his ref there. Refs, of course, are only $2,500. So it's a lot. You can get your eco going a lot faster. Now, it does open up the game for a lot more pushes and a lot more strategies, in my opinion. It can make it particularly easy to defend against them if you scout it, though. Just because your opponent obviously will have plenty of time or plenty of money as well. So Futurama going to be sticking with just 4 harvesters on the main, 1 on the expansion. Battle markers down here, both sides trading off. Bike splitting his forces up a little bit. He's got a attack squadron down there in the bottom. Futurama scouting the left hand side. There's nothing at the expansion. Bike Rush could blindside him. He is going to go for a blindside. Futurama is going to pull back. I'm not sure if he sniffs that out. He may sniff that there is something up. He is moving. Yeah, his expansion is very wide open. No, he's probably not aware that those bikes are there, but Bike did turn around, and now, yeah, it's given up now. He almost had an opportunity to double back there, but not going to be the case. Bike Rush will get caught. He has less forces here, so he should just lose by default, and he is going to lose by default. Battle markers over there as well. That's the Raider buggy running through Bike space. We'll spot 2 ref, 3 harvesters. Operation centers down. 2 ref, 2 harvesters. He is now producing more harvesters. That's good. You don't want to forget about your harvester production. If you didn't build harvesters earlier on, you do need to make sure you get those back out, because you don't want to fall behind in the economy race. Bike Rush training some rocket squads now. He's probably going to go for the garrisons. These garrisons will be really annoying if you garrison them up. Obviously, Bike Buggy will have to try to plow each of them down. The rockets will, of course, deal significant damage, and it'll be a very big headache for Futurama if they're able to get a foothold. He does have some units there. Was there something? No, I think he was just standing on the Tiberium field. Futurama does have these bikes on the left-hand flank now coming down. What will they meet, though? There's nothing here. There are some rocket squads looking to intercept, so he's going to drive straight into those. I think he might turn around, or is he going to go straight through them? No, he's going to go straight through them. That's unfortunate. He's going to lose a few too many before they actually get through there. A number of them do get through, but there is a laser turret queued. And that laser turret, of course, laser turrets have been buffed. He's not going to get anything. BikeRush comes in with his own bikes. Harvest there, down about 40% of its health. BikeRush will now be looking to expand, probably going for Tib Core Missile. Couldn't imagine it'd be anything else there. I'm not sure if they've changed Tib Core Missile. I think it's not as strong as it was before, because Tib Core was pretty crazy. Flame unit comes out. He actually built that flame unit, I believe, from his barracks there. Not sure what he plans to do with that. I think maybe he's going to clear out the garrisons. BikeRush is going for the blue tib field. 3 harvesters there. He'll be able to clip the whole thing. He doesn't even need 3 harvesters. 2 harvesters would have been sufficient, so not as efficient as BikeRush would have liked. There are some rocket squads here now for Futurama. He will know these bikes are hitting around the right-hand flank. There's actually another line of infantry. He's going to have to turn around and go back through the bikes now. Sorry, not through the bikes, through the rockets. Yeah, that's the thing. These bikes, they absorb too many rocket shots. Oh, geez. Futurama gets both of those harvesters. I think one of them may have gotten away. I'm not sure. There's at least 2 dead. He's got dozer blades and laser capacitors, so it was not Tib Core Missile. It was laser capacitors. Now, Futurama can, of course, get the upgrade himself. Does he have a tier 3? He does have tier 3. He might have to go for avatars because he's already been outscorched. And BikeRush is fully upgraded as well. He's going to have to pull these harvesters away. Yeah, there's going to be avatars coming out. Avatar will come out. He will take a fair bit of damage from these lasers. An obelisk comes down as well, so BikeRush probably not going to make too much progress here. As he pushes him back, the avatar will get repairs from the war factory. BikeRush decides he's not going to go in there. There's not really any reason. I mean, getting the power is nice, but this base isn't really that important. Futurama continuing to clean out the garrisons. That's nice. I mean, the garrisons have been somewhat thinned out. There's actually Black Kane over here as well. He's clearing out all the garrisons. He's just being a real nuisance there. BikeRush setting up those defenses, and now they're just all getting knocked straight back down. So BikeRush being cleared up off the map, but I mean, Futurama doesn't have a huge presence either. It's very bitsy. Neither of these forces has a large army. It's all these very tight-knit groups of units. I mean, he's starting to spam avatars now. But BikeRush has 2 ref on his expansion. Not sure if he read the patch notes. Catalyst Missile is not that deadly anymore, so continuing to clear the garrisons. Now it's BikeRush's turn with the Black Hand. Keeping a tight eye on that radar. Nothing much is happening. BikeRush tries to get a flank off, but I mean, Futurama's own units were there as well. We have a radar jamming missile going off. These Scorpion hit squads, they will be quite good. I mean, BikeRush has realised, yeah, he needs his own avatar armies. Well, he sells one of the war factories. That's interesting. I'm not sure why he sold one. I mean, he's getting attacked by bikes here. He's going to lose 1 harvester, that's for sure. Not sure if he had 3 there or just 2, but 1 has definitely been destroyed. Going for his infantry upgrades. A few bikes make it through. Probably not enough to do too much. It's only a militant squad there. Could get some more damage done. Again, these Black Hand just clearing out these garrisons like there's no tomorrow. Unfortunately, Rocket Squad there, he will be able to dispatch the remainder of those bikes. 1 bike will make it through. There is a damaged harvester there. If he sticks around, might be able to take it out with BikeRush. He's going to splash it down with a shredder turret. How about that? Scorpion tanks come in. They will be denied. These avatars, their armor is far too heavy for these Scorpions. Unless the Scorpions have a significant numerical advantage, those avatars are going to be hard to crack. It looks like some infantry upgrades combined with avatars here for BikeRush. I'm not sure how Futurama's going to try to counter that. I mean, the Venom is a little bit better. You could get lasers on the Venoms and go Avatar Venom. That's always nice. So it obviously protects himself from air. These are Futurama's forces here. Hard to tell the infantry apart. Just because, obviously, I mean, BikeRush is red, but infantry are red in general from Nod, but they will have these cyan streaks on them. A couple of avatars will stick around at this area here. Damage on that avatar, just making sure nothing pops in there to destroy anything. Harvesters are being transferred by BikeRush. He's making a move over here. There is 1 shredder turret. That's not going to be enough to stem the flow of the infantry here. But there is an obelisk and there are multiple avatars. And again, this base just isn't that important for... He's actually spamming militant squads. And there's the air tower. So we have Venoms on the way almost certainly. Maybe it could be Vertigos. Nah, that's building way too fast. It's definitely going to be Venoms. Not sure what he did to... if he made them cheaper.
Unit lost. Unit under attack.
There's still no
Iberian exposure detected.
Futurama does have some scattered forces over there. It's just a little bit of infantry, nothing serious. You can spam militants as an anti-infantry counter. Obviously, they cost $200. You can churn them out like there's no tomorrow. You can literally just spam them out. They just flood out of the barracks. Futurama obviously aware of these bikes now, but he did leave 2 avatars behind. Those 2 avatars are just going to be a pain. Maybe he can crack them. He's going to try to go in and crack them. The bikes are going to do a lot of damage, but there's a 3rd avatar here now, and of course he's going to start spamming. Probably Fanatics, I'd imagine, are going to come out here. No, this is going to be Rocket Squads. I thought that was putting a bit too slow to be Fanatics. Unfortunately, though, he will pop some Harvesters. Actually, a lot of the Harvesters getting destroyed. I see 3 dead Harvesters, possibly 4. The tanks will be cleaned up. I mean, they started ignoring the avatars after the first kill. Here comes the click now. We'll take out that refinery. Futurama should be okay to clean up there. A couple of militant squads. He's going to transfer those harvesters. Now, he did spot that BikeRush has the EMP coil there. Very good ability to have that. Futurama is hurting though. He's hurting quite a bit. And look at Bike's economy. Bike has double ref. He doesn't actually have many harvesters. He's got 4 harvesters here. Sorry, 5 harvesters. So I guess that's okay. But yeah, he needs a bit more. Those militants actually popping the bike. Futurama needs to transfer these harvesters because they're not actually harvesting. They're harvesting off his dead fields. He needs those on his expansion because he's only got 2 there. He's not even queuing another ref. He's actually left one of the harvesters behind. That's very unfortunate. He's going to attack. He is going to attack. He is just going to go straight in there. He has quite a few avatars. I don't even know who cast that. Oh my god, it's just, oh my god, BikeRush casters, or does it work on the other Nod faction? I'm not sure if you can use your allies ability there, but look at that. EMP is coming down. BikeRush is the one who's going to be utilizing the EMP, so the Venoms were cleared out of the sky. That's unfortunate. And BikeRush, the avatars down here on the bottom, they're all grouped up and they're all focusing fire, where Futurama's avatars are not doing that. Futurama trying to back off now. He's losing avatars in the retreat. He has quite a number of avatars here as well. Much more than Bike, but Bike is just outplaying and getting the EMPs. And this building somewhat blocks them a little bit, not entirely. More Venoms coming across now. He needs to make sure he focuses down. Oh, that's a big EMP, and Futurama just decides, you know what? I've had enough of that. I mean, if he just put another ref down, he would have been okay. He could have got more economy, but unfortunately, that's not going to be the case, and BikeRush will steal a victory there at the end. I mean, it seemed like it was always leaning towards BikeRush, but at the end of the day, it was pretty close. I mean, you can see the resources only splitting off at the end. But yeah, good game 1. BikeRush will take an early lead in the series, so we should really keep the series going as smooth as possible. So we're going to have another Nod mirror, so hopefully we see actually some bigger engagements in this fight here. And on the right hand side, playing as the Cyan Nod. Jesus, I just got something stuck in my throat. It is going to be Futurama Russian. That's right. The Russian, he seems to be a lot stronger than Drive in patch 1.03. So there you go. And we have BikeRushOwnz playing as the Nod, or the red Nod, on the left hand side here of Tournament Highlands. Again, I don't mind this map. You know, it's quite good. I usually will just build up on 2 bases and then I'll push for the 3rd with the goal of either taking it. If the other guy's already there, I just go all in to take it. Or if he's not there, I'll actually put down economy. So that's if I go for just like standard play, that is, if something crazy happens or you do something awkward. But BikeRush will be securing that spike. Actually, he has a rocket squad. He's got a rocket squad there. So he's going to garrison that with a militant and a rocket squad. So that's going to be, I mean, if bikes rock up or a buggy rocks up, obviously a rocket squad there is just annoying to have. You know, it's just annoying to have to deal with because it's in the building. So actually, BikeRush not even garrisoning those. That's really unusual. BikeRush is normally on point with everything. Raider buggy will come out. Probably our bike's coming out. He's not even going for a Raider buggy. Futurama's just like, I don't go for a Raider buggy. I'm just going straight for bikes. I'm going to kill your buggy. That's something you can do, but of course that does give up the fact that that is there. BikeRush delaying his scout as well. He's delaying his scout by cleaning up the infantry, and he's actually building bikes as well. Futurama is well aware of this now. BikeRush isn't aware that there are bikes being built over here. Now he's actually got 2 squads left, but they're so badly damaged, his chances of winning those fights are basically 0. Futurama Russian not actually leaving his base as well, which means, yeah, he knows bike. Obviously he already knew bikes and buggies were on their way, but there's 1 bike there. There is more. The buggy's back at home. He had some more bikes. Was it just 1 bike? No, there's another bike. So He does have some scattered units, and these, he might have Q moved them. These units were still not garrisoned, so that's a bit unfortunate. He's going to move across the tib field. He does have enough power to maintain that. Futurama having a power micro to get his MCB across. He's only got 2 power plants, but it's not going to be huge. 4th harvester now comes out. BikeRush has just 3. Yeah, BikeRush has got 3, and there's actually 5 bikes here as well. He will force some harvester micro there straight off the line for BikeRush. Not going to take any chances with that one. Meanwhile, militant squads come down here. They will be easily dispatched. You don't rally militants to garrisons like this. You'll rally them back here, because otherwise, if you forget about them, they're just going to plow right into the building. Futurama didn't lose any bikes, didn't even take any hull damage. Unfortunately, 2 of those bikes behind there. He's going to come in, but of course, the shredder turret, it draws fire. It draws some of the fire. He's trying to overrun the bikes from BikeRush. Militant squad's now popping the bikes, and this is not going to be enough. He's going to have to back off. Battle marker over here. Oh, what happened there? Bikes from BikeRush ran in. I do not see any dead harvesters. I see a harvester pulled off the line. Futurama needs to make sure that gets back to work. I've noticed that a lot lately. A lot of people are pulling harvesters, but they're not getting them back to work. So, and look at that, he'd already got it back to work. So I was worried that was going to sit there for a while, but obviously Futurama is on the ball. He does have 4 harvesters himself. BikeRush has the 5th harvester on the expansion. Sorry, no, he's only got 4 on his main, so his eco is slightly better than that of Futurama's. It's just come even now, but I think the bike has 4 bikes and a buggy. Futurama Russian has some rocket squads just fanning out. That's interesting. He obviously puts some infantry down for defense because we missed a bike attack there. He's actually going to send rocket squads up to this garrison as well. He can take that. There's actually a raider buggy here. I don't think the raider buggy is going to be able to, and the bikes could have come back and really helped that out. I think the raider buggy may just win. He may just win that engagement. He will just win there, but if the bikes turned around and helped him, he could have easily saved those 2 rocket squads there. But yeah, I just think raider buggies are simply a little bit too strong versus infantry. And I think if Nod want to counter man spam, they'll have to either spam militants or spam venoms. I mean, they can use buggies to supplement, but buggies shouldn't be the be-all end-all for infantry counters. Makes it very difficult for factions like Traveller. I mean, cultists are useless in that situation. You can use disintegrators, but again, yeah, disintegrators should be able to push the enemy around a bit. They're faster and they're more powerful, but of course they don't have the durability. He might be able to spot those 4 bikes heading to his base, but yeah, things very quiet. This is a very quiet series. I mean, there's no big engagements, no one's building up, and look at that, snipes that down without any hesitation whatsoever, and look at that, will snipe down the bike, but he does have some reinforcements here. Unfortunately, Futurama just losing bikes left, right, and center, and now he doesn't have enough to contend. He's going to try to not power micro or move that harvester away, but he's definitely going to lose that 1 harvester. That's unfortunate. Not sure what was happening over there. Something might have been happening, and he still hasn't cleaned up these bikes from BikeRush. BikeRush is getting some amazing trades on those bikes, so that's really good for him. More rockets coming out. Infantry are actually a lot more reliable than what they used to be, I believe, especially for defending areas. I mean, infantry are slow, and they should be able to have a bit of a presence. We're going to see a click. That's almost certainly for a click. Now, BikeRush can't see any harvesters. But yeah, he must be significantly ahead. He hasn't actually got the click plant down yet. He's trying to build it. He's going to go for the blue Tiberian. Meanwhile, he has dug this foxhole out of this garrison, and he will be starting to destroy the spikes from BikeRush. That'll obviously have a big impact the longer this goes on. There's the click. Boom, just gets a single ref. Having to produce more harvesters. They are on a rally down here. He doesn't need to send 3 harvesters. I think 2's enough to fill the tanks up there. He needs to make sure, because BikeRush is actually, I thought they were bikes then, but they just rocket squads. That's fine. What is BikeRush doing? That was a really expensive tech park. He's already sold off the click plant, and he's going for dozers with lasers again. So that'll give him a speed advantage here if Futurama wants to go into avatars, which I think he almost certainly is going to be going into avatars. Uses the radar jamming missile. He's going to get a lot of blue tib. He is going to get a lot of blue tib. BikeRush not touching the top tib field. So BikeRush is just content just to sit back, let Futurama kind of just do his own thing. He is continuing to build avatars, so we're going to see another avatar span. He only had a 1 war factory because he had to put down another ref, so his economy's not looking good. I mean, BikeRush at the same time he hasn't taken much tib off that field, has he? Only 4 harvesters there, so have these guys just forgotten to build the harvesters they need? And there's actually some infantry here now. starting to target the avatars, because why not? Avatars on a move order, that's unfortunate. They will expose their rear arm, and he'll just snipe that down. Thank you very much. Now, the infantry have been thinned, but oh, look at that. He's just going to go to the tech center. That is placed very far forward. That is placed very far. Cancel. He just cancelled those avatars. Now he's forced to defend this with infantry. He might have to build fanatics, but BikeRush is just moving in. Battle markers over here. All bikes are now stabbing BikeRush in the back, so we have a two-pronged attack here. He does have stealth detection. I don't know how. He's got a bike or two there. He now has removed the bike, so that's okay. I'm not sure how many harvesters BikeRush lost, because this was the bigger engage. Oh my god, Futurama just tapped out. Okay, I mean, look at the fields. Neither side barely touched their expansion. I can't even explain it. That was almost an 8-minute game, and they just... Yeah, it's just weird. They don't seem to be building any economy. Pipeline problems. Not a map that I'm that interested in. We're going to have just nod mirrors. I mean, with the amount of GDI and screen that's coming out in this tournament, it definitely is a bit of a surprise. But here we go in the top center side, playing as the Cyan Nod. We're going to have Futurama Russian. He is down 0-2, but this is a best of 9. So he does have plenty of time to try to make up this ground here on this map. And that means on the bottom center side, playing as the red Nod, is going to be BikeRush. With his militant squads. Just running. Look at that, they run in a pattern. You got 3 in the middle and 3 either side, and a nice pattern. Isn't it just dandy when things work out? Now, are we going to see Crane builds? That's the question. No Crane build here from Futurama Russian, so he's going to try and just long range. Okay, BikeRush is going to do the same thing. Obviously, because there is a blue tib field on this map, you're going to want to get that first. I mean, it's just silly not to. You just boost your economy through the roof. Futurama Russian, it does have an engineer, but so does BikeRush, and this is actually a lot closer. Is he? Yeah, oh my god, BikeRush is significantly far ahead in terms of the engineer maneuverability there, and he will actually snipe down that one squad there. Futurama will lose on the left-hand flank, though. He had 2 squads there, so that's why he won that one. No one going for the EMP control center. Can come in handy. Militant's going to cross paths here, and looks like Futurama Russian got first shots off, so I expect him to win this engagement here now. He's going to win that handily, yeah, with 3 squad members remaining, itty bit of health. And he's going to be able to clean that one up as well. Raider Buggy comes in, so BikeRush, yeah, just a bit cautious there, has his double ref. Going for some bikes, I think Futurama Russian here, almost, this is a thing in Nod Mirrors. I mean, going bikes is just so safe. It's so much safer. I mean, obviously you're sacrificing economy, but if another Nod player jumps you early on, you know, they can just end the game so quickly. Raider Buggy 4 bike will clean up now. Futurama is going to try to take out that Raider Buggy, but BikeRush is already leaving, and just remember, BikeRush can see this location, so he knows there's bikes there now. You know, that's the thing. As soon as the buggy turned and ran, I don't know if I would have continued to follow up as Futurama, because he must know that BikeRush is probably building his own bikes. You can see the barracks, you can see the rockets. It's a good turnaround there. Futurama will spot the 4 bikes on the right flank. Nice eyes there, so he's fully... Look at that, he's already moved to the center field. Are you what, mate? He's only got 1 ref there and another ref there. He has nothing covering the flank, though. Where are those bikes? The bikes are here. Futurama's trying to pull back now. He has 3 bikes to BikeRush's 4. That's the second ref down on the green, though. BikeRush has no ref down on the green. He's 2 war factories. Is he going to all in here? No, he's building what appears to be a refinery. MCVs, of course, are a lot weaker than they used to be. Look at that. I mean, he's going to start to edge that health out relatively quickly. And now with 2 war factories to just 1, he's forced into the barracks tech. But unfortunately, he doesn't have enough infantry out. He didn't scout, he didn't realize that this was here. A laser turret will come down, that will help. That harvester, I believe, is full of blue Tiberium. It will unload about half of its tank before it's down. Now BikeRush is getting torn up, so he did destroy a harvester, which was about half full of blue tib. Blue tib is 2,800 credits, so about 1,400. So it's not really the end of the world for Futurama. And he did clean up a lot of units, of course. BikeRush with the double war factory obviously can pump out much more. But Futurama has a second war factory down now. He does have that. He's going to leave that laser turret there. They're quite good, actually. Got a few Scorpion tanks. Going to be able to put a Shredder turret down and just end the threat of those rockets there any second now. Pops that bike. One more bike's going to get through. He was really holding on to that. Maybe it was a, yeah, no, it was a laser turret he was holding on to. He could even leave that there just to dissuade any more bike harassment. I mean, there's bikes over here. Look at that. BikeRush actually getting shot up. He's starting to expend units now. He is starting to expend quite a few units here. He's going to be able to pop that one Scorpion tank. Oh, not quite. No, that Scorpion tank will live. Now, Futurama doesn't have a ref down here, but again, he does. He hasn't cleaned up his blue tip. BikeRush is about to finish that off. Second ref down now, but he doesn't have a lot to show for it. He's expended quite a few units here. Futurama has quite a few more forces than BikeRush. It's a question of whether or not Futurama is actually not just going to turf those away. Oh, look at that. He knows these bikes are here. And BikeRush sees it. He backs off. Of course, you expect that to happen. He knows about the flank. He's aware of it. He's sending scouts out to the left flank. In these nod mirrors, in the situation where these bikes are flowing around and tanks are flowing around, you need to reopen the scouting paths again and again. If they close the scouting paths by clearing out your scouts, you have to reopen them. You can't just leave them because they're closing the scouting paths so they can blind you. And it's extremely important when you play nods because nod have all the fast units in the game. BikeRush actually, is this a dual MCV? No, single MCV. He doesn't have a tier 2. Wow, is he going for, what's he doing? All bikes will fly, right? Not fly, sorry, drive straight into them. Futurama has tech. BikeRush only has tier 2. Oh, I think he's in deep trouble. I think he felt maybe he expended too many units. He was behind, so he's going to try a risky push. I mean, there's avatars and there's an obelisk there. He's going to see the obelisk. It's going to be these, what do you call it, laser turrets. The obelisk there will go down pretty quickly. Not building blocking it, unfortunately. I thought he would have dumped a power plant or something there. He's got to be careful because BikeRush is now starting to spam out. Here we go. He's going to get some building block going now. The Scorpion tanks are going to die. It's just a matter of time. He should work on getting shredder turrets down now. He is going to work on getting shredder turrets down. Bikes over there, they will be dispatched. So keep an eye on this force here. One avatar was popped, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. The tanks will go for the crush move, and they will clear up quite a bit. Not necessarily expend too many tanks. He's got quite a few shredder turrets there to do the job now. I think BikeRush, he's in so much trouble right now. BikeRush is in so much trouble. There's avatars and obelisks here. And yeah, that's going to be the end of the game, unfortunately. We have a battle marker happening back on his base. I don't think it's anything too serious. Maybe a flame tank. Whatever it is moving reasonably quickly. Could have been a flame tank. But yeah, Futurama, he just defended. And it wasn't that he just defended. He saw everything. He always had the scouting paths open, so he saw where it was coming from, was able to react. And at the end of the game, BikeRush paid a heavy price for some of those units. Here in Australia, it is currently 12:36 in the morning, so it's not too bad, I guess. At least I'm not going to be up until like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. like normal. But on the top right-hand side of Tournament Odyssey, we have Futurama Russian. That's right, he is diverting from the trend. First time in the series, we're going to see another faction aside from Nod. He is Scrin, that is vanilla. He's the center color, center flavor in the ice cream. So we have Nod Vanilla over here. BikeRushOwnz sticking with Nod, not looking to go anywhere else. He's just going to chill with this. 2 engineers coming. Is he going to do what he did versus me? I think this is a 3rd engineer. Yeah, he's going to go for this tower. Really annoying, it turns out, to have that tower taken. He needs to be able to defend the engineer. He has 2 squads to do that. There's only 1 buzzer there, so he can pretty much slam dunk that one if Futurama chooses to engage. Oh, look at that. He got pretty close. Oh, actually did some damage to those squads there. I mean, if Futurama was paying attention, he could have got that because BikeRush wasn't paying attention, but unfortunately, because they were both not paying attention, it's not going to happen. Oh, we got 4 squad down the guts there. That's 4 buzzer swarm. Going to bypass all the enemy scouts. You'd expect him to split up momentarily once he gets to Bike's base. Bike does not have a shredder turret queue. Here comes the split. Look at that. Split, quad split, all directions. He is out of there. The buggy is on its way. He needs to split these in as many different directions as possible. And that's the thing, if BikeRush knows where the buzzers are, I mean, did he go for disintegrators? I don't think he did, yeah, because, I mean, losing all your scouts like this so early on, you want to hide the buzzers so the Nod player doesn't know where they are. And, I mean, he's got so many scouts, BikeRush, across the map. Did he not get the tower? Oh my god, he got the expansion point. Wow, we're going to see some shenanigans in this game here. Futurama not aware of this. He's going to expand. He's going to pump out his 5th harvester. BikeRush not rushing at all. Now, because he went for an engineer, obviously that set him back a little bit, and he did build a lot of militant squads, along with a raider buggy. So you got to remember, that's going to have an effect on his ability to pump out the additional harvester. He's going to be behind in harvesters. 5th harvester is halfway done. Futurama is already built his 5th harvester and has 2 gunwalkers out, and he's now starting to clean these scouts up with the gunwalkers. But what is BikeRush going to do with this? Will it be hidden infantry? Will it be a flame tank? Whatever it is, yeah, it's going to be an operations center. So I think he's going to place down a war factory up there. You know, he didn't build an extra harvester. He's not building an extra harvester. He's still on 5 harvesters. Scorpion tank comes out. Maybe he's worried about Seekers. Futurama could get blindsided here. He is producing Seeker tanks, but of course they are not heading in the right direction. They're heading down here where they think BikeRush is expanding. Now, when Futurama realizes there's no refinery there, he's got a portal down, so maybe he's aware that, or he just wants some defense there. He's going to see some units now. He still isn't aware, I believe, that BikeRush doesn't have the expansion. No, he's not aware of it. He assumes that BikeRush would have a ref down. He's going to come in, he's going to spot there's no ref. It is going to be flame tanks coming out, and I think as soon as Futurama catches on there's no refinery here, I think he's going to crap his pants pretty quickly, because he knows there's going to be something. He's actually going to take that tower, but the flame tank is moving around. Oh man, I hope he's got a plasma missile barrier. No, he doesn't. Does he realize it's there? They're disintegrator squads. They're not really. They're sort of responding. I think he realizes it's there. He's got his forces over here. There's nothing here. He's just going to get flamed down. BikeRush is just going to flame that down. He's going to building block. He needs a photon cannon. He's not queuing a photon cannon. He's going to try to bum rush these with the disintegrators, but BikeRush is just microing these, and they're just getting burnt to a cinder. This is not good at all. Meanwhile, these forces are being engaged by BikeRushers, but that won't really matter if he gets these refineries. And look at that. He's starting to get some ranks on the flame tank. Not Blackhand flame tank, so, and there's the photon cannon. That will be the end of both of these flame tanks. 2 flame tanks will die simultaneously. He still has some forces over here. Another flame tank will come in, and he will be able to drop the photon cannon. That does a majority of the damage, but he's going to lose that flame tank. Does he have any more flame tanks? No, he sold the war factory off. A lot of power plants. Way too many power plants. Futurama rushing. He's not doing too bad. BikeRush does put a ref down, and he's going to call in the repair drone, so he wants to fight this. He needs to stay in the repair drones. He loses the Seeker. That's unfortunate. There's quite a few tanks here, and these tanks, I mean, they have been beefed up, so these Scorpions, unfortunately, the Seekers can't really go toe-to-toe with them. They're going to have to back off. Trying to focus down that Harvester. Now, the Harvester, I believe, is in heavy damage mode, so it will actually refine slower. BikeRush is going to have to put another war factory down if he wants to do something about that. He still holds the operations center, but he did sell the war factory off. Tower was captured by Futurama. A bit of cover there. It's in a nice position because obviously they can cover down here. Really prevents mates your enemy go way around. 2 ref, 3 harvesters. 5 harvesters here for Futurama Rush. And BikeRush, of course, is also recovering. Only 2 harvesters on the expansion. And look at that, he's going to come back in again. He pops that tank immediately. If he focuses fire, he should be okay now. He doesn't have repair drones because he's already used it. He's splitting his fire a little bit here. He needs to make sure he concentrates his fire. The Seeker's actually not doing too badly versus those Scorpion tanks. The Scorpion tanks, 2 of them are ready to pop. They are ready to pop, but he doesn't have a war factory here. I think he's working on one. We definitely want the free repairs. The Gunwalker comes in looking for a scout, not going to find it. Tower there just cleaning up that militant squad. Futurama not making a move. He is going for shields on his Seekers. Could be going for tech and shards. Shard launches is on the way. Not quite just yet. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to go for tripods? He is researching something. Although it could be force field attenuate generators, because he could be going for tripods. He does spot the tech center. Whatever it is has a long upgrade speed, and I think it's going to be force field. Oh, the shard launches is the same. That get modified? Only 1:15. That doesn't feel right. He does have shields here. Look at that. Disintegrator squad's trying to get in, but there is a shredder turret. They will dispatch them. Meanwhile, he is going to be engaging these Seeker tanks. These Seeker tanks can somewhat take the tanks off the side. He could dart in, maybe get a kill. He's going to move around. He's going to keep BikeRush busy. BikeRush is out. Oh, he snipes that Harvester down. Was that the damaged one? I believe that might have been the wounded one from earlier, making this attack a little bit worthwhile. A lot of these Seekers, or at least half the Seekers, will escape. Look at those tanks ready to pop. They are. And yeah, it's going to be tripods, so it's going to be force field generators, not shard launchers. The Seekers are being thinned out now, being forced back. He's going to draw BikeRush away, make him pay for this as much as he can. Another war factory comes down. There's another operations center. Wasn't it over here a bit? I'm not 100% sure. He might have just sold that off again. Seeker's running all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks ready to pop. Unfortunately, Futurama not able to capitalize on that, but BikeRush does not have a second war factory. He went for a tech center. He's got laser capacitors. Is he aware that that is there, though? There's 2 flame tanks in the corner. Oh my god, he must sniff this out. There's a tripod respawning. He's going to spot the war factory, and as soon as he spots the war factory, he can dismantle this location. BikeRush does have no... He's got no obelisk queued. He can just take this out if he wants. Needs to make sure he finishes the expansion point. BikeRush sells it, realizing he's not going to be able to save this area. You're not actually popping that. Going to cut off the bikes in their retreat there. And look at that, those bikes, man. Oh my god. Tripod struggled to pop those, didn't he? We'll destroy that, and the flame tanks have now been discovered, or at least one of them. BikeRush just so sneaky. There's an attack on the right flank. These Scorpion tanks going to move through the bases. Only one tripod. A storm column comes down. Get out of my base. He's going to be just fine. The tripod spam has commenced. Force field generators is done. Futurama, he's got an expansion down. BikeRush does have one down as well. Avatar starting to come out. These tanks, looks like he's going to pull those back to base. BikeRush will need a second ref and another war factory to get this really going. But yeah, I haven't seen any huge armies from either side of the series just yet. Battle markers. Both sides just feeling each other out. No one's taken a swing at the spikes. I mean, you usually see that happen. Probably once you've established your third base, you start to think about maybe trying to snipe down the enemy spikes, trying to take them for yourself. Holding 4 is nice. Look at that. Storm column forced to be dropped to save the refinery. I mean, he had 2 tripods there. Probably didn't need to do that. That was the other one that BikeRush was hiding there, so probably doesn't need a storm column in that specific location. So could, yeah, he's going to sell that off. He's going to sell a few units off. A corruptor. Not sure what he's hanging around for, but he's there. A few militant squads over here. Now, Futurama does have his forces split up. Tripods there. His tripods are all over the place. They're not concentrated, and these guys, they're just going to sit back, I think. I think BikeRush is content to sit back. I think Futurama's just going to sit back as well. He's got his upgrades, you know, he's in a good position. The Nod player, on the other hand, I mean, his avatars don't benefit from any upgrades. I mean, he can use the Commandeer technology. If he pumps out beam cannons, he can dual beam the avatars, but most people just seem to think it's better to build more avatars because it's easier as well. I mean, if you think about it, yeah, having more avatars is more health, but if each avatar has 2 guns on it, that's basically 2 avatars. So it's just a trade-off here, more damage or more health. People usually favor more health because, you know, it makes you spongier, makes you tankier, and it's easier. It's less intensive on your micro. These tanks were obviously repaired up at some point in time. Shock troopers are coming out as well, so he's going to work on the shock trooper tech. This is 1.03, so they're quite good. Those tanks are forced back now, so BikeRush is aware that they are going to be coming out, almost certainly getting both the upgrades for those ones, so gets his disc launchers. You really need disc launchers. Without disc launchers, they are an absolutely garbage unit. So he gets his disc launchers. He's not going for the he's not going for blink packs. That's unusual. 1 Storm Rider. This is definitely for a scout. Devastator warships. Oh, that will be deadly. Devastator warships are quite difficult to deal with, especially when you're trying to use infantry. They can just flatten infantry in one shot, and they just flatten a big line of them as well. Stealth towers coming down everywhere. I think BikeRush is maybe worried there's going to be more Storm Riders, but it's just a single Storm Rider. He's using it just to scout BikeRush out. He's actually going for double gravity stabilizing here now. The economy is cranking here. It is absolutely cranking for Futurama. BikeRush, the same can be said for him. We're going to see a big fight in this game. Oh, it's going to be a big fight. It's going to be a big one. We're going to have to see what's going to happen here. In my opinion, avatars are nowhere near as good as they were in 1.02 plus from what Senna showed us. They're still obviously really good, but I think for whatever reason they just don't feel like they're just the be-all end-all like Senna made them. And now he will spot the Devastator warships if he was paying attention, because they did fire at him. Not sure if Bike's aware of that. No planetary assault carriers coming out, but it doesn't really need planetary assault carriers. He needs more tripods, because I mean planetary assault carriers, obviously there's actually not much infantry. If he had planetary assault carriers, he could just throw them down or destroy them all. And I mean, tripods are the same price. You do need a tier 4, of course, but just scouting each other out. Corruptor will be destroyed. These players here, yeah, just prepared to sit back and For some reason, it just feels like it's taking a lot longer for them to get to the point where they want to be. A lot longer to take this tip. How many harvesters does BikeRush have? Has he got 4 harvesters? Oh, this is why. He's trying to pour into a Redeemer. And he's going for Vertigo Bombers, obviously very good against the tripods. So he pumps out his Redeemer. Stealth Tanks are now out and about as well. No Disintegrator squads in the field here. And look at that. I think maybe he's cottoned on, because look at that. A portal comes right down. Just a single Stealth Tank is caught in selection there for BikeRush. Not sure what he plans to do with those. There's a lot of avatars here. There's a lot of avatars, but at the same time, Planetary Assault Carriers are coming out. So Futurama, he has Planetary Assault Carriers, he has Shock Troopers, he has Tripods. He has spread himself thin, and look at that, BikeRush actually holds a spike. He would very easily take that, by the way. He has spread himself thin in terms of the units that he's got. He's got a little bit of everything. We're going to see the main engagement here now. Oh, look at this. The Planetary Assault Carriers at the back, and the Devastator Warships will destroy all. And there goes the Stasis. Here come the Vertigo Bombers. Boom, straight away. Storm Column comes down. He must have multiple drone ships because he planted that down pretty quickly. Not sure who's going to win here. There's a lot of tripods. They need to be focusing down their targets. They're starting to lose some, and that Planetary Assault Carrier is just moving forward because all the ships are being destroyed, and now the Stasis is wearing off. BikeRush has so much stuff here. He has so much stuff here. He's just going to walk through this. The Devastator warships, unfortunately, don't really do any damage to vehicles. I mean, I guess they do damage to vehicles, but they just don't do much. He could easily destroy the MCV, which I think he's going to. Look at that MCV getting packed up now. Vertigo Bombers come back for another run, and he gets the MCV. He's going to get a lot of the infantry. BikeRush doesn't actually have any anti-air aside from the infantry, and as long as the Devastator warships focus him down, which they're not, the Devastator warships are firing at the avatars. No, get the Devastator warships to kill the infantry, and the Planetary Assault Carriers will take care of the rest. Unfortunately, just losing. What is he doing? These Devastator warships are shooting avatars. It's not what you want to see happen. Kill the infantry squads. He's finally figured it out. He's turned around. He's shooting infantry squads. One shot, by the way. He can just one-shot those out off the ground. Just deleting them. Random avatar being destroyed. I haven't actually got the HUD up. That was a long HUDless fight. Yeah, I just felt that if he focused with his Devastator warships better, he could have cleaned all the infantry. And once the infantry's gone, with no MCV, BikeRush can't shoot up. He only had like 3 Planetary Assault Carriers, but I mean, you know, he could have started doing work. But yeah, Futurama spread himself too thin, got more money. He had, you know, half tripod, half shock, half Devastator, half pack. Like, yeah, it was spread himself a bit too thin there. But yeah, he definitely wouldn't want to go to match point here if he really wants to contend in this series. But playing as the red screen on the top hand side of Sick City, fully sick city, it's going to be BikeRushOwnz. And that means Futurama Russian is playing on the bottom center side as the Global Defense Initiative. That's right, he is GDI. Playing as the GDI Forces. Engineer is going to pop out first. Drafting towers, building engineers. That's what you do. That's how the game works. BikeRush has 2 squad. He's got 2 squad on the right flank. He's got no squad on the left flank, so he's not going to try to snipe down Futurama's units here. Futurama, unfortunately, just not paying attention that he is going to get completely overrun. There's actually nothing to save him. He's going to jump in the structure, and sometimes you can jump out and you might get lucky and come out the other side. Buys you a bit of time. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. 2 rifles on the left-hand flank here. BikeRush does have a few squads, and I did check the notes. Disintegrators are faster, and it's significant as well. It's like a 15. I'm not sure how much it is. It's about a 15% increase. What was about 10? Yeah, no, it's probably more. It's probably like 17 or 18%. It's a pretty big speed boost. It's like, oh my god, these things are just, you know, being crazy. So yeah, they can really move in this version of the patch. He's going to dig a foxhole. That's unfortunate for him because BikeRush, he actually spends the money on the foxhole as well. Futurama really should have just cancelled that. He will counter scout now. BikeRush has to turn around because otherwise Futurama will, obviously, he can still reveal this area. He's going to wait. He's going to wait for the fog to recede. So that's really sneaky. Futurama just managing to overrun that one squad. No, looks like BikeRush is going to change directions. There is another squad here, and if they take that garrison, that's going to be really annoying for BikeRush. Oh, he doesn't go in the garrison. Oh my god, he will definitely spot them though. Futurama can definitely see that. Yeah, he can definitely see that, so he knows that's up. He gets the scout off his wall. Oh, he's got no radar though. This better be an APC or I'm not going to be having a good time. It is an APC, so yeah, thankfully he has definitely spotted that. He's going to continue on. He has 2 power plants, BikeRush just realizing this is not going to work. APCs are so fast, you know, and look at that. BikeRush can try to duke it out a bit. Yeah, and I think APC should be returned to their normal speed. Look at this. BikeRush going to try to destroy the bridge section now. He's actually going to trap himself if he destroys the bridge section. So he's going to destroy the bridge section, and Futurama's going to back up. As long as he backs up, he should just be able to kill these squads, no worries. Fortunately, almost loses, not quite, but yeah, we'll destroy those. The bridge section is destroyed, which means BikeRush has free-for-all of that one there. BikeRush already taking the blue Tiberium on the right-hand side. This is particularly annoying because this is the one which is closer to Futurama's main. It's a lot easier just to drive, grab that, and drive back, other than drive up here and back. He has a ref down. BikeRush does not have a ref down. Oh my god, what's he doing? I mean, he went for a lot of disintegrators. Futurama's probably going to sniff something out. I mean, there are a few pit bulls rolling around here. He doesn't have a tier 2. Oh, he does have a tier 2. Where is the tier 2? Oh my god, look at that. Ninja tier 2 up the back there. In the trees, BikeRush just being fancy. That is insane. Look, you would miss that. You could very easily... It looks like a tree with the things, the antennas waving at the top. So, BikeRush trying to be tricky there. But Futurama Russian, he's got a dual... he's got double War Factory. Actually only has 4 harvesters on the main. And BikeRush is just enjoying He's enjoying both of those... having both of those fields here. Only 4 harvesters on the main. That's unfortunate. His economy, one on expansion. I mean... This is the thing, these guys have been doing this all series long. They're just not building a proper ratio of harvesters. Oh no, BikeRush couldn't place at the top of the ramp. That's devastating. I mean, if he can't place it up there, he's got to cancel and move, and that's obviously not something you can absorb. If he places another ref down, he's not going to be able to put it up there. That's pretty devastating. He's got some dev tanks down, but I can only feel that's going to attract predators and or infantry. Aircraft are coming out. Oh, NGAPC, he's using my special strategies. He does get a ref up there, that's interesting. I'm not sure why he placed it down there, maybe he was in a rush. He's going to find these dev tanks, but they will back off. Unfortunately, the charge has expired on some of them, so they're going to be able to escape that area. Plasma missile battery is down, so he's obviously aware of the orcas. How does BikeRush know? Did he sniff that out? No, he's got no clue. He's got no clue that's there, so he's blind. He's kind of blind countered it or just done it blindly. Futurama, if he focused this down, he could get that harvester. He's just moving through. Yeah, focus it down, buddy. Oh, this hurts to see. It hurts to see that. Oh my god, he's focusing the plasma disparity. Now he goes for that there. That's a very fast tier 3. I think BikeRush is in a lot of trouble. Those dev tanks were destroyed, probably by the orcas. Keep an eye on this one. He's now popping these dev tanks. He's getting them. He's focusing fire on these dev tanks. He might be able to get another one if he's lucky. Oh, the disintegrators are coming now. He's really got no counter to the disintegrators, so he needs to make sure he gets out of here. He's not going to get that, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, look at this. There's no refining happening on the expansion, and he went for a fast tech, or not a super fast tech, but a relatively reasonably quick one. And now Futurama has double ref. He's got plenty of harvesters. He's got 4 harvesters. Again, not a super saturated game. He's actually pulled harvesters from the main. So he still doesn't have proper saturation. These guys just not building proper economy. Where are the orcas? They're over here. Did they get a harvester? Not entirely sure. I don't think there was anything there. The blue tip looks like it was freshly taken though. Just flying around. But of course, the thing about BikeRush is if you leave him alone, he will recover. He's got 5 harvesters on the expansion, 6, 7 harvesters coming, 8 harvesters. He's now got 3 refinery, and this is a big field. You can have 3 refinery on a field this large. I mean, it's like a tournament decision size field. It's pretty big. I mean, it kind of needs to be because this map obviously isn't very big and doesn't have a lot of tight. Well, only has 2 green fields per player, so one of them needs to be particularly large just to compensate for that. NGAPC is here. Is he going to go for... No, he's not going to go for the nerve center. He's forgotten about it. We'll snipe that harvester down. BikeRush getting a little bit antsy in his pantsy there. He has remembered the APC exists, and he is moving through the base. Can he get a tech center? He probably could beeline for it. BikeRush seems to be oblivious to this. He could grab the stasis and then stasis out the enemy units. That would be pretty sneaky. He's actually going to go for the economy. It's a gunwalker there now, which is a bit unfortunate. A few predator tanks absolutely caught on the flank, but these orcas are coming in. They're targeting what they can destroy. It is a base push coming here for BikeRushOwnz. He is on a base push. mana tanks, so I think he has forgotten just how powerful that they are. He's got 3 of them. That one was not destroyed. He hasn't actually still got the APC there. The engineer's actually been killed, so maybe he lost that somewhere else along the way. And now he's going to come through. He's got to leave. He's got to leave. He can't actually stay here. And we know there are orcas around as well. Orcas with mammoth tanks, man, he's in deep trouble. Futurama might just be pulling this one back. BikeRush is standing up. He doesn't have shields. Oh my god, shields was not researched. He's not researching it at all. And now he's got these mammoth tanks bearing down on him. Yeah, Futurama, I think this is a good idea. He's just going to pause and regroup. He could even take these garrisons. He's got infantry here. What's he doing? Again, it's still a mismatch of harvesters just driving around a little bit. Again, it's just not organising his economy. Maybe these guys are getting a bit tired. Not sure. He's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mammoth tanks, 8 mammoth tanks now. He's got enough to overrun BikeRush. I mean, BikeRush will almost certainly be forced to use the stasis if he attacks. Doesn't have a lot of anti-infantry though. Where are the orcas? What are they doing? Only a single orca remains actually, so... Not sure where that orca is. He might be out and about just scouting around, just having a look and seeing what's what. Futurama does hold this spike, by the way, probably not for much longer. AP ammo has been completed, so I think Futurama maybe doesn't realize it, but he does have an edge right now, and a shield's still not being researched from BikeRush, so he may just think he's traveler right now. He's in a lot of trouble. Machine guns on that harvester. Is that going to be enough? There's a hammerhead here as well. He will lose the harvester. Incinerators will be cleaned up. Now that bridge is not repaired, so he cannot take it. Hammerhead could respond, take those out. I just feel that Futurama, he's in a good position. He clearly doesn't know he's in such a good position. And by not pushing, he's giving BikeRush the opportunity to build quite a bit. And now that shield upgrade is on the way. I mean, his scans, he can see no shield. He can see BikeRush moving the MCV. I think he must know he needs to make a move here. Does he have the shockwave? Yeah, there it is. Space Command uplink is on its way, and he's moving his MCV as well. This is amazing. He's got garrisons here, and these are rifleman squads, which means if he gets hit by it's actually got composite armor. He's actually going to clear the garrisons. I mean, it's better for the tanks to clear the garrisons. BikeRush is going to have to back up. He doesn't have shields yet. He's going to have to try to block this out, and look at this. This is going to be a big army. He's going to have to deal with this head on. Futurama, actually, if you look at the radar, has more Tiberian left on his field than what BikeRush does. So BikeRush, unfortunately, not in the greatest position. Almost certainly going to see the stasis come down. He's going to get the upgrade completed just prior to the engagement, and he does have a number of tripods. He's going to be disappointed to see those shields pop up, but I mean, it's something that was pretty far, should have been happening a long time ago. Rocket squads are being supplemented here, so that's going to be a problem. Moving the drone ship again. He will stasis down the army here, and the MCV needs to deploy. Oh my god, that takes some pretty serious damage. He's not deploying it right now. We have a pretty wide flowing engagement here. The MCV has now been deployed. BikeRush has got this whole force completely ensnared. We need a shockwave. We need a shockwave. Where's the shockwave? Here it comes. It's a little bit late. I would have used it a little bit sooner. He's got to have used it on the main group there. He hits the main group. He takes all the shields off. Oh, big EMP blast there. Big EMP blast there from Futurama Russian. Can he capitalize though? He's got quite a few tanks left. He's got towers here. Phase comes down. He needs to make sure he shoots the unphased units. He's got a lot of rocket squads here. He has a lot of rocket squads. He's focusing fire on those tripods now. He's starting to drop a lot of those tripods. The EMP, unfortunately, is worn off, so they are now firing back. But can Futurama make it happen here? The game almost frozen for a second. I looked like it was going to freeze, but he is running out of mammoth tanks, unfortunately, with the phase units causing problems. Futurama, it looks so good for him, but it just looks like he's not going to get through. And look how much TV he has left. Oh no, Futurama. The shockwave was way too late. He should have used the shockwave, you know, a few seconds before the stasis wore off. That way the shockwave is coming down as his tanks are powering back up, and then he can just butcher them. But unfortunately, he used it way too late. He just used it way too late. You know. So playing on the top center of Tournament Dust Bowl, we have BikeRushOwnz playing as Scrin. So he is sticking with the Scrin, and we have Futurama Russian playing as the Sign GDI, sticking with GDI. I felt that he did pretty good with GDI. I mean, he is, I'm pretty sure Futurama is more known to be a GDI player than anything else. I really should know this. It's been around for long enough. Is BikeRush going to go from yummy disintegrators? He is going to be going for some disintegrators. Assimilator comes out. We'll be taking the safe spike. This is technique version of Tournament Dust Bowl, so there's no gambling. He's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 squads. 5 squads. No, 4 squads. Buildings and an extra buzzer swarm to take with him because he probably wants to clear the buildings. BikeRush does get a kill off on a squad there. That looked like a 1-to-1 fight. You really shouldn't lose those with a Rifleman squad. Rifleman squad should win every single time if it's a 1-to-1 fight. BikeRush trying to do something fancy. Oh, he's going to lose his squad. That's unfortunate. I like to keep my scouts on hold ground stance when I'm playing Scrin. That prevents them from running off behind buildings and things like that. He's got to be careful. He's going to run straight into those buzzers there as well. He's going to back off. He can't actually escape from those, not unless he's actually got a second squad here. He knows of the disintegrators. He saw them. He's actually got another squad coming through, so he should be able to clean these guys up. BikeRush turns around. Look at that. Just being filthy. Running over the Tiberian. That's not good for your health. He's got these 4 squads here now. There are 2 I don't think he realizes how good those rifles are going to be against those disintegrator squads. Oh, he turns around to fight the buzzers. I would have just suicided all out for the disintegrators. He does have an NG APC, or sorry, a rifle APC here as well. So he's going to be able to chase these guys. And look at that, BikeRush just splitting them up. He's going to be annoying. Now, there are machine guns on the harvesters. Oh, he's going to drop that rifleman squad out to pursue the left-hand side. Now, APCs should be faster, I believe. Yeah, they should be faster. They're going to be able to run down these disintegrator squads. What are you doing, BikeRush? Oh my god. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. BikeRush has 4 and 2, going to clean up those scouts. 5 and 2 is out now for him. Futurama Russian 5 and 2, pretty much on point for these guys. Where is the... What? Where is his MCV? Where is his MCV? Oh my god. Oh my god, I thought he sold it or he stuffed up or something. BikeRush doesn't know. He doesn't know it's on its way. He's going to get a scout in, but I mean, he's going to be like, wait, where's the MCV? He's going to know now that something is up, but Futurama's going to deploy early. That's interesting. I mean, I thought it was going to be some type of pred push. It is going to be preds. And infantry, pred infantry, but yeah, BikeRush is now churning out, and he has an expansion, so he's going to have plenty of economy to try to fight this. Rocket squads are coming down, so he needs to not get chewed up on base defenses, so he knows he's getting base pushed. I mean, Futurama could literally just take this field. He could just take that field, then long range mine this field, and he could just cut BikeRush off from the late game. He's going to continue to push. Looks like he's got a squad there as well. The disintegrator squad probably got cleaned up, probably got killed by the machine guns on the harvesters there. They would easily be able to clean up a squad. That would be fine. War Factory comes down now. Is he going to move the MCV? He's moving the Hubble. Here we go. Few tanks, few APCs. He's not going to garrison the APCs. He needs to be careful going into buzzer defense though. You don't want to get torn up too badly. And these rocket squads could be difficult to deal with. I mean, he's got some gunwalkers there, but once he could start focusing them down. A lot of rocket squads actually being destroyed. Futurama, his armor is just better. It's just better. And he's pushing through here now, and BikeRush is actually getting felled. Oh my god, he gets a harvester as well. It's now just tanks. It's tanks versus gunwalkers. Oh my god, these gunwalkers have no chance. He needs to put some... he's actually going to put a barracks down. He's going to put towers down. Oh, this is disastrous for BikeRush. He's in so much trouble. His harvesters are being shot up now. He's being forced off the line. He's got a tech center. Is he going to go for a storm column? One storm column, that's not going to be enough. Is this a tripod? He needs it to be a tripod, but I mean, there's rocket squads coming out. He's being forced to sell up. He loses another harvester. And the problem is the units coming out of this war factory will be directly in the line of sight of these units here. And he does snipe down our other harvester. He's going to continue to focus these down. Storm column is placed pretty far back, and Futurama is going to move. He's going to move to the expansion. He's like, oh, I'm just going to the expansion. Oh, he's cleaned his field up. He needs to long range mine. This is it. He's on a timer though. He is on a complete time limit here. Can he cripple BikeRush? He needs to cripple BikeRush. 2 tripods out now. Oh no, he needs infantry. He needs some infantry, man. Otherwise he's going to be in so much trouble. He is producing it. He's stalling on money. I think BikeRush may withstand this just because Futurama has he's got nothing in his back pocket. He's got no rocket squads left, and he's now running out of anti-infantry forces. He doesn't have he's trying to go for a tower. He's going to get a tower down, but these Predator tanks, they need to try to focus and destroy the Annihilator tripods. This is not going to work. Oh my god, he looked like he's in such a good position. BikeRush is pretty crippled, but these 2 tripods, he can't clean them up. Unfortunately, these Predator tanks are messing around and not trying to focus the tripods down. Oh my god, that's really unfortunate. Futurama just unable to break BikeRush there at the end. I mean, at the end, it was too many Preds and not enough infantry, which was really weird. I think, yeah, he definitely, once he saw the tech, he should have really just maybe thought about getting infantry, because the problem is Predators are just going to get bowled over by that type of thing. It's good at the start, but once he knew the tech was down, oh man, Futurama again, he could have had that game. I felt he got so far across the map before BikeRush realized what was going on, and he sniped down so many harvesters. But yeah, look at that. Unfortunately, unable to capitalize, but that is your series between BikeRush and Futurama Russian. So BikeRush will take the series there. He will take the series 5 games to 1. So, and again, it could have been closer. I mean, I counted 3 games that Futurama could have tipped scales, but unfortunately not able to do so, not able to capitalize.